Let's make the skirt and we'll go in through the back. The particular one you choose on the back side is then inserted here at any given point with the exact same color, and we then proceed to make a slip knot. I am now going to meticulously create 3 individual chains. These 3 carefully crafted chains will collectively serve as our very first and most crucial high point in this entire project. This initial high point is fundamental to establishing the foundation and setting the stage for everything that follows, marking a significant milestone right from the beginning. We are going to work in high stitches, so we are going to make an increase in each stitch. Right here I make a double crochet, that is, there I would have my first increase. As we go, we're hiding this yarn end. There I have another increase. I go to the next one and make another increase. In double crochets, this particular piece would be considered row number 1. We are now going to meticulously repeat that exact sequence, carefully making a significant increase in each and every stitch. Working our way all the way around this entire piece here until you ultimately reach the very last one and then completely finish. And this is how it's looking now. Girls, this yarn end, if you've hidden it a bit, now you can pull it inside. Tuck it inside. Now, in the initial 3 chains that we meticulously crafted at the very beginning of this piece, we will carefully close the round. I will precisely close this section with a secure slip stitch, ensuring a neat and seamless join. Following this, we will then proceed to chain 3, counting them out clearly, 1, then 2, and finally 3 distinct chains. And now the sequence will be 1 double crochet and then an increase. There I have already completed my very first double crochet stitch, which signifies that the next step in our pattern will be the increase. Following this, we will meticulously repeat the established sequence, which consists of creating 1 single double crochet stitch. This methodical repetition is crucial for maintaining the integrity and consistency of our beautiful crochet project. In the next stitch, increase with double crochets. We'll work the skirt 1 loose stitch, we continue like this all the way around. 1 stitch, 1 increase, 1 stitch, 1 increase in stitches, and the last one of the stitch. Girls, just so you don't get confused, just in case, it will be this one. That will be the stitch. Always make sure to check where the double crochet is, which would be, let me try to open it up there. This one, this is the little chain, so this is the last one. I'm telling you just in case, because it used to happen to me that sometimes at the beginning I would get confused. Well, we keep going like this and come back. Finished. I finished, ending with an increase, and I close with a slip stitch in the 3rd chain of the 1st stitch. That is, out of the first 3 chains we made, in the 3rd one we close. I chain 3, chains 1, 2, and 3. This will count as my first double crochet. And now we're gonna do for row 30, 1, 2, and 3 the next one, row 3 to 5, 1 double crochet. For each stitch we no longer make any more increases. And the last one, the stitch would be this one. Okay, we keep going like this until we finish the skirt. Then we cut a long strand, and from here we pull and thread it onto a yarn needle. We're going to make the invisible seam. I skip these 3 chains, which would be the first double crochet. I will go in there, and from the very last stitch, just the inner strand of the material. We are now going to carefully conceal this particular strand of material by guiding it through the designated area, ensuring it is securely tucked away and out of sight. Once it is properly positioned and hidden, you will then be able to precisely cut the excess portion of the strand. Following this, our next step will be to meticulously construct and assemble the arms, paying close attention to their design and functionality. We start with pink yarn and make a magic ring with 6 single crochets. Then for round number 2, we're going to work in a spiral. Okay? Here we are carefully hiding that particular strand, and for the commencement of round 2, we will make 1 single crochet stitch, subsequently mark it, and then proceed with an increase. I'm going to repeat that sequence. Beginning with round number 3 and continuing through to round number 6, we will carefully execute 1 single crochet stitch into each and every stitch. It is important to precisely mark the very first stitch of this sequence to maintain accuracy. We will then proceed with this pattern, working diligently until we have fully completed round 6, ensuring that this final round is entirely included in our work. So I don't finish with pink but gray, and make a slip knot at the tip. And now let's adjust it. We hide these 2 strands, and then we do from round 7 to round 21. 1 single crochet in each stitch. We don't stuff the arm, just keep going like this, and we'll meet again later. These 2 strands, tuck them inside. I'm done. Cut a long strand for sewing, then pull from here, thread a yarn needle, and we're going to join stitch to stitch like this. And that's how we leave it for now, so we can sew it on later, girls. I've already sewn on the head, and you can find how to do that in the video about the head. The same goes for the arms. It's the same process to sew them on. Still, take a look if you want to see the correct position, and the little tail as well. I didn't show the little ball, but anyway, it's just a few stitches, and how to do them is shown in the head video. Look at where to place it so you have an idea. We also thread a black yarn onto a tapestry needle. We're going to make the eyelashes. So we insert the needle through any stitch. And we're going to come out roughly around there. Check the image. We leave the end of the thread to tie a knot later. I insert the needle there and come out up here. We will proceed by entering this specific area, positioning ourselves more or less directly adjacent to it, and from there we anticipate emerging successfully at the very top. Subsequently, the crucial question arises, where exactly do I need to navigate to next from this elevated position? Here's this strand, okay, and this is how it looks. If I leave it like this, they'll never turn out exactly the same, but at least they'll look as similar as possible. So that's pretty good. We tie a knot and hide the thread inside, pull it through and hide it inside the head. Let's continue. The little bow, that one with the soft white yarn, and I will now make 11 individual chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and finally 11. We are going to carefully insert the crochet hook into the second chain from the hook itself. So to be very clear, that's the first chain and then the second chain right next to it. I will precisely go into that specific stitch, and from there I am going to meticulously make a series of single crochets. As I complete them, I will count them out loud for clarity. There I have 1, then 2, followed by 3, then 4, then 5, and finally 6 single crochets completed. We will now carefully create 7, 8, 9, and 10 individual single crochets. Now what we are always going to consistently do is make one chain stitch and then carefully turn our work. My work and the very first stitch will always be carefully made right here at this precise spot, and I'm going to make exactly 10 single crochets. This row we're working on now would be row number 2. There I have 2, 3, 4, all the way to the end. Don't skip this stitch, you also need to make the last one. Just count to 10 and that's it. So I finished my 10 stitches. My row number 2, I make one chain, turn my work, and do the same thing we go in. In this stitch, that's where the first one goes, and I count up to 10. I also make 10 single crochets. I have 1, 2, 3, and we keep going like this. I'll leave you on your own. Girls, get to this point, make a chain, turn your work, and keep crocheting. We're going to make a total of 15 rows. Look, here I have 1 row, 2 rows, and we're working on the third. Keep going like this until you get here. So I finished my 15th row, and this is how it looks. Look, there I have 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So cut a long strand, quite a long one. From here, we pull the yarn through down here, which I've already hidden. You can't even see it, but anyway, I forgot to record that part. So just take the strand you have here from when you started, hide it well in the back, and now carefully thread this notably long strand of yarn into the eye of your yarn needle, and from the back side of your work, whichever side you personally prefer, it's entirely up to your discretion. We're going to gently try to bring this entire strand of yarn toward the precise center. Okay? Approximately right there, in that specific spot, is good. Now, with careful attention, we're going to form the charming little bow and then wrap the remaining yarn around it several times. It is essential that these wraps are nice and tight. Thread the yarn needle again, and we're gonna make a knot at the back. Alright, and now you decide, place it on whichever side you want. I left it there, and then I simply made a few quick stitches, and that was essentially it. You know that I always, well, not always, but often, I go to another distant spot somewhere, more or less to make it more secure, but you can do it your own way, okay? So just keep going like that, wrap it as many times as you want, and then we'll make a knot. It's pretty uncomfortable for me, as you may have noticed, because the little mouse is big. Well, it's small, but for the camera it's awkward. I mean, so I try to tie a knot somewhere around there. You can go around several times until you feel it's really secure. And well, ladies, that's all for today. I hope you really enjoyed it. Don't forget that in the comments I leave you the video for the head so you can find it super easily. I hope you really enjoyed it, sending you a big kiss, and see you in the next video.